Nah. No way Kinza's gonna show up. Not today. Also, other me, go away! Okay, there we go. I knew there was this tab still open. Something was bothering me, now I know what. Hi, hello everybody. Wait. Why aren't you working? Yay! Perfect. I have to reset this every stream. Every stream, but it's pretty much whatever. Also, where's my controller? Oh, there we go. Luckily, I put a little note on this so I know which one is which, because I have two. One... Wait, actually, why do I have two PS5 controllers? I forgot. But hello. Welcome. It's me, Machina x Flayon. Today we play UMINEKO. Why? Because UMINEKO, October 4th and 5th are very special days. Will I continue it afterwards? Not sure. I'm already playing lots of games, right? This is mainly just because it's UMINEKO Day, so why not? Otherwise, let's see. Probably would have taken a step back and chilled since I just got back from camping. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I will stream. Maybe I will. It might just be a really chill Zatsu though, if I do. Then Saturday, maybe one or two. Then Sunday, I'm not sure. Then everything should go back to either normal-ish. And then if I don't have a schedule, just assume around this time I usually will stream. Unless perfect! Unless I make perfect timing. Then I'll stream whenever I want, but I try not to stress about it too much. Yes, this is a super healthy and functional family that communicates well. No animosity whatsoever. They're all very nice. Well... I think I've seen families that are worse. But just because you aren't the worst doesn't mean you're not good, per se. I don't know what the main issue... I guess it's like the lack of communication. Or rather, a lot of UMINEKO family members... It's like without love, it cannot be seen, right? They've already made up their mind. So they're not gonna budge. Or maybe they could communicate better, but they're too trapped in their own worlds and reasoning for whatever is bothering them. So that creates further discord in communication, and then they don't work on it, and then they fight even more, and then done. And it's fun. But I think you can expect this if you know like 07 extension or RYUKISHI's works, right? It's fun. I think, wow, that's actually funny. So we played Kukoni on stream as much as I could. Then we played Higurashi Chapter 1. And now we're playing UMINEKO, although this one I started it mainly early because UMINEKO Day. But if I get back to it, I will. I'll just make sure that I can actually, like, play it. But it's, like, partly for the viewers, but also partly for myself, because if I can't get back to a game I haven't played in a while, then it's painful for me. It's painful for me, but I approach streaming in a casual manner. Other things, I'll put more effort there, but streaming itself, it's fine. I'd rather improve my skills. Oh, like singing. Stuff like that. Luckily, any voice work on stream will help with that, and I just view any reading stream as a Zatsu, and then just time to practice. That's pretty much it. It's cool. Playing Chapter 2, well, I hope you enjoy. But we'll see. I decided, I think we're all deciding, I'm like, well, if I want to finish it, I will finish it, but let's just say I really want to finish something, but it's really not working out. I told myself, nah, I won't do it. My health isn't worth that. Like, you know, hurting myself, so it's pretty much that. But I've had a good one. Again, the camping trip felt like it was 2 weeks instead of 4 days. I think I'll tell Voltaire, it's been so weird now that I guess when you get used to hanging out with a friend, right? Although I guess I'm like that with every friend. Even if you think I don't care that much. when it's time to go or when they're gone, it feels weird because you spend so much time with them. So now that they're gone, it feels like something's missing, right? And I expect that will probably happen for just about everyone. Most likely. Homesick-ish? Nah. But I'm always like that. Who knows? But it's also fun at the same time. I'm glad I got to spend time with them. And it's good to have a break. I think taking another one mid-October. But I'm gonna try to get stuff cleaned up before I do that. What's that? My only main priority right now is, okay, I already did one cover, but I have to record for another cover. Then number 2 is finish Maki... What the hell is that? Maki G-Byte recordings. I think I still have time technically, but I'm not sure when everyone renews that. Then Maki Nights. At Maki Nights, I have a bit of time, so that's nice. And then that's pretty much it. It's just stream when I can, play the games I want. Then just take care of myself, eat well, and practice the skills I want to improve. That's it. I don't really have New Year's resolutions, but they're usually like month resolutions. I think that's how it is. Something. I usually have a little notepad here. I had a notepad for Altera, of course, but I also had a notepad where I just leave stuff down like task. Then I cross them out when I get done. It does help a bit. It does help a bit, but that's pretty much what I'm doing. Are you doing well or terrible? You can tell. Well, you don't. Well, you can tell me if that's what you really want. Usually I say you should look out for yourself a bit more often. Whoa. I had to get changed. Hold on. I have a notepad for every voice. Every time we're hanging out for something like essentially like an off collab, right? Because then we're not there basically on work. Then I'll bring a notepad. But that's because I'm going to forget everything. I don't want to test it. The feelings are real, but remembering the sequence of events might be difficult, so I don't usually like to tempt fate. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's like that. It's pretty much chill. But it's nice. It's like I took a notepad during, the meet and greets. I think I have it here somewhere. I forgot what the name of the notepad was. I guess it's like if you want to appreciate something, you write it down. But I'm always like that. Just a little future prep. Because I have no idea how the day of tomorrow me might do. One day I'll be really motivated. The next day I'll get a decent sleep. But my body will go, I don't really feel like it. So here we are. I think that's it. It's pretty much make the money, do what I want, then improve the skills I want. And then as long as I'm doing that, I think I'm happy. Yars. We're relatable. I should crush your skull. Notepad app? I use them every now and then. I remember when I wanted to play Mirai Nikki. No, not play it. When I was watching it, I wanted to keep a future diary of my own, but that was too much of a commitment. I think now, these days, it's just I write in the journal if I can. Then maybe I'll write, like, positive stuff, but that's less because, ooh, positive, good, optimistic, and more just to keep everything balanced. I think I dislike too much of anything, too much positivity, but also too much negativity, too. In the middle's nice. Wait. Yeah. Did it save it, by the way? October 4th. Oh my gosh. There we go. Wait. Oh, you stay right there. Is he on the boat? Oh, yeah, he's on the boat. Grab. If you want to play the UMINEKO, because it's UMINEKO Day. There we go. Perfect. Then I don't think I need to do anything else. It's looped already? It's a surprise. And also, do I have everything close? Aye. Close. No, I don't need this. Shout out to YouTube for starting videos right if I click on it. Well, not the video itself, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's looping again. But I hope you guys have had a great day. Just chill, vibe, do whatever. I don't know, just damn. Does everything in life need that meaning? I am the meaning. As you watch me, I'm your current meaning, and then whatever you find next will be your current meaning. I don't know, shit. Vibe. Toxic positivity. Too much positivity, bad. But, that's fine. I've always been like that since the beginning, but I think when I choose not to take a compliment, it's like more interpreted as like, oh no, poor baby, and but it's me just being more like, nah, I'm not there yet, but I appreciate it. Let's just make us your meaning, as long as you don't go too far with it. I don't like it when people like me too much, actually. Scary. When I like people, I think it's fine, but when people like me, it's never turned out right. Never, never. The boat gave a big shudder. Wait, is it loading? Hello? Oh, there we go. Seems we docked at the harbor. The boat driver came out and jumped to the pier with a mooring. Mooring? What's a mooring rope? Oh, to drag the boat closer? A large man in a tuxedo was waiting there for us with a warm smile. I didn't recognize his face. Judging by his clothes, I guess he was a servant of the Ushiromiya family head household. Eh? You want to be critical to... Everyone on the internet's critical about something. The only thing I've noticed is that... If you're super critical, it's either, like, they're your exact opposite, or they're more similar to you than you think. Otherwise, if I meet people with flaws, but I'm just like, well, okay. It's just sort of who they are, it doesn't bother me much. But I will tell you, everyone that has annoyed me, all the time, has been like me in some shape or form. Besides, like, obvious things like, well, they're an asshole. So that's funny, but I realized that early when I was a kid, so less issue for me. Oh my god, it's the nicest character in the game! What voice do you give him?
Welcome home, my lady. You were so late in returning that I began to worry.
Thanks for caring. Koda doesn't give a shit. You'll find this guy to any fast food or restaurant job. You love Koda? I mean, he's okay. My biggest friend is me, and my biggest enemy is myself. Butler sounding kind of... Okay, I'm gonna make it less attractive then. This morning, Moron got so scared we had to slow down. Also, for anyone that doesn't know, UMINEKO is about a nice, happy family reunion. And there's a typhoon approaching an island. That sounds good. Well, let's see. Well, I guess with liking people, I think it's like a slippery slope, like think yanderes. You'll start to justify everything just because you feel strongly, right? So if you like someone very much, but then they don't do the thing you want them to do, I feel like it's always a slippery slope, so people go, and a counterpoint to that will be like, well, people aren't supposed to do that. But I'm like, my counterpoint is people keep doing it. Leave me be. But when you do it like that, when I talk about it like that, I'm allowed to chill, I guess, and it helps me relax more. It's kind of like, yeah, the person's a dick. And yeah, maybe I influence it in some ways, but also they are still a dick. So it's like that. It's chill. Why are you always lying? You want me to lie? About what? Is it truth or dare? This moron got so scared we had to slow down. It was seriously annoying. Shut up! Someday, when the shoe's on the other foot, you'll remember this. But you lie already? Shut up, dummy cat girl! Get it? Because the name has dummy in it, so it can work as an insult. Thank you. Okay, let's keep lying then. The only lying I'm scared about is if I'm lying to myself. That is the most scary. Oh, thank you, Aku. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Liv. Damn, he got you dumb. Whatever, Naomi. Okay. At this rate, word will spread to the whole family, and I'll be the big conversation piece during dinner. Even without this, everyone will be talking about me because of that 6-year gap. But now I've given them an even juicier topic. Also, I may go 2-3 hours today, maybe. Maybe a bit of talking afterwards. I'm just gonna vibe. Because this is mainly for UMINEKO, so I'm not gonna force myself. I still need to rest. Damn it. Why does the Ushiromiya head family have to live on this isolated island? because it's inconvenient if you were to get stuck here. Thank you, Rika Higurashi. Thank you for this the gifted membership.
In the meantime, the boat had finished its mooring. A small plank was lowered so that we could get down. One by one, our parents came up from inside the boat.
How do you do a Goda voice?
Ah, you must all be quite tired from your long trip.
Like that? He can't sound sexy. You cannot get with Goda. If you want to get with Goda, I failed step 1.
Madam, please allow me to assist you.
Thank you. You can get with Ava, though. She's hot.
It's been a while, Goda-san. How are you? I thank you for your concern. It is always my pleasure to serve. Domo, domo.
No, Domo's sexier, sort of. Would you rather date an old Japanese policeman with a gut, or this chef who has poor communication skills and has an ego and is an attention seeker to abnormal levels? Chef. I would not date old men.
Your loss. Your loss. I'm not talking about old men, I'm talking about old, fictional men. I'm talking about 40 to 50-year-old men, even. What? Sorry. They too crusty for you? Is that it? You don't want him? You don't want Miguel O'Hara? You don't want that 45-year-old meat? I will not date old fictional men. Your loss, sweetheart. Your loss. I thank you for your concern. It is always my pleasure to serve.
What's next? You're gonna say you won't date the near replicant dad from the Gestalt version? Was that it?
Valerican, isn't this your first time meeting Goda-san? If I'm not mistaken, you weren't working here 6 years ago, right?
Okay, so I'm seeing that if once I turn the equivalent of 45 for you, you're all going to hate me. Okay, whatever. It's okay.
Indeed. So please, allow me to greet him for the first time. It is an honor to meet you, Battler-sama. I'm pretty confident about my height, but you're huge.
Bold of you to assume that. Assume this fist in your face! What old man would you date, Flayon? Get a point. Miguel O'Hara. Let's see, who's crusty and old? The teacher from Oregairu. So, let's see, nice 30-year-old women. Okay, who else? The mom from Fullmetal Alchemist. Not the dead mom, the strong mom. Okay, let's see. I said men. I listed some women! Are you saying that women aren't good enough, that they can't be included on this conversation? My bad if I give special circumstances. Whatever, Goda. 30 isn't crusty old. But she thinks she's old, so it's in theory. Got you! Got you! Got you! She thinks she's old. It's in spirit.
This is definitely a...
Valkenheim from Blaze Blue. Smash?
I'd never forget meeting a big guy like you. It's a pleasure. I'm Valor. I was looking forward to meeting you. I'm Goda, your servant. And I've been working for the Ushiromiya Hat family since the year before last. Ask you, sir. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
That isn't sexy, right? 45 and older, Flay. I am 45 and older. Joseph from part 3. Exactly. Exactly.
If there's anything you need, please feel free to rely on me at any time.
You don't consider yourself old. Either I'm called a zoomer, or I'm called like I'm 12, or I'm called very extremely crusty old. The world cannot make up their mind. I just psychoanalyze it and go like, projection.
Goda-san, it's been some time. It hasn't too long, George-sama. Please, allow me to assist you. As usual, you're a pro at welcoming guests.
Would you get with Hideyoshi? He's got an accent that he fakes.
If you ever need a job, just let me know, okay? I'd hire you anytime.
I can't do a southern accent.
You do me too much honor. Please allow me to assist you, Hideyoshi-sama.
Hirayoshi's a good man. Somewhat. Goda-san then lent a hand to everyone as they disembarked, greeting them as they passed. His speech and mannerisms had the refined polish of a professional. And an ass-kisser. He was very graceful, in contrast with his initial tough-looking appearance. His large size made him seem a bit scary at first, but he was much more polite than my first impression had led me to believe. UMINEKO, I played it before. Question arcs, definitely. I got spoiled in a lot of answer arcs. So I would call, I technically played it, at least the question arcs, and then question arcs, answer arcs I played a bit, but I got spoiled so much I never fully played it, but I know, like, pretty much whatever. But I've gone through the chapter 1 before, especially. This is just because UMINEKO Day and I want to spread the brain rot. He claimed to have served on the island for 2 years, but he had doubtless worked at a similar job somewhere before. You ever, like, I want to join this thing and I want to play this game. That's me. That's what I'm doing. Huh, no one's played UMINEKO on stream here before in cover, huh? Let me fix that! And then hopefully if it catches on like a wildfire, that's good. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm just here as a messenger. After everybody disembarked, the mooring rope was untied, and the boat started to steer away from the harbor. It was probably returning to its home port in Nijima. The captain waved his hand in farewell. Maria conscientiously waved her hand back. Now that I think about it, that must be why I felt something out of place for a while now. Yeah? I'm just a little guy. Thanks for the compliments. I know you're crazy. I can't hear the cries of the seagulls. Get it?! UMINEKO? Seagulls? Seagirls? Wait, seagirls, huh. Interesting. Seagulls? The birds? If I remember correctly, whenever we came to this island in the past, the seagulls always greeted us with their lively cries. Because of that, whenever I hear the cries of seagulls anywhere else, I get the feeling that I'm coming to a family conference. Freudian slip. What's wrong? I love women! Sue me! Except for the small part of the island where those Ushiromiya had family live. Rokenjima has been left uncultivated, which apparently makes it a paradise for wild birds. Supposedly, there was a cliff somewhere that housed a huge seagull colony, so this island was always full of seagulls. And not having those seagulls here to greet us made me feel a bit lonely. Me when I don't hear Haka's voice in like 5 more days. What's wrong, Battlerkin? Everything with you. Oh, Don Rosa. Nah, it's nothing really. I was just thinking it's a bit lonely without the cries of the seagulls. My, that's true, now that you mention it. Even though they're always so noisy, today there isn't one to be seen. Best mom. Oh yeah, me too, I'd want her as a mom. I mean, Rose is hot! She has that womanly aura, but also mature, but also cute. I like cute. But also she's kind of a... dick. Why no seagulls? Oh my god, she's being nice to Maria for once, holy shit! Maybe it's because the seagulls are having a get-together somewhere too? Maria, did you want to see the seagulls? Wanted to see them. Still, it's a bit strange there isn't even a single one around. Maybe Jessica grilled them all and ate them. Maybe too direct way of dealing with kids. She's a dick. The hell? Don't say disturbing stuff like that. You'll get Maria believing it. That's the most I can do for Maria. It's so hard. I wish you could voice her. 3 months and let's go. Thank you, Cloud Strife. And good luck on playing UMINEKO gameplay on. Thank you, Sarah. Okonomaki invite 3rd month. This is just for UMINEKO Day. And then maybe we'll come back to it in a bit. Let's see. Jessica Oni-chan grilled them! Jessica Oni-chan grilled them! I did not! I did not! Why the hell would I do something like that? That's right! That's right, Jessica Girldom. Skin meatballs over an onion? Swimming meatballs over an onion? As they made fun of Jessica, Maria tagged along, looking like she was having fun. Oh, I never guessed she was such a good sport. Alrighty then. You and the Makurans actually banter, instead of showing me their vulnerabilities and how tsundere they are. Oops. Some of you can't say that either. Oh dear. Alrighty then. From today on, I'll make you my #1 follower. As I smiled at her, she beamed, looking overjoyed. Possibly because she was happy about this little connection we made with each other. And bait was successful, thanks for letting me fish. And that's not it, Maria-chan. I've heard wild birds are attuned to changes in weather and atmospheric pressure. The weather will probably get worse tonight. The seagulls might have returned to the nest early.
Not grilled? Jessica Oni-chan didn't grill them?
Keep hitting me. I know you want to. No! I wouldn't do something like that. Battler, you admit right now that you lied. Stop being baited. Stop letting me work my magic on all of you. Battler-kun, Maria-chan is a naive girl, so she takes even jokes seriously. You should choose your words more carefully. George Aniki gently scolded me. Even though I outstripped Aniki in height, Aniki was Aniki, of course. There was no choice but to obediently apologize. Okay, Giselle from Fata Morgana. Sure. My bad. My bad. Maria, that was a joke. The seagulls are all taking it easy in their nest today. That's all.
Butler lied? George Oni-chan told the truth?
Had she actually been tricked? Despite all the fun that she'd been having? Her pure eyes make me feel guilty. Maybe I went a little overboard with her after all. Yeah, that's right. That's right! What George Aniki said is true. The weather's bad, so they probably went home for today. That doesn't mean they're gone. Right, Aunt Rosa? That's right. Tomorrow, when the weather gets better, I'm sure they'll come back so we can hear them cry. Like they always do.
I'll wait until the weather gets better and they come back. Gonna wait until tomorrow. Gonna wait until the weather's better.
Maria was in a lighter mood and was looking forward to tomorrow. When the seagulls would come back and fill the skies, we'd ask birds. I'm gonna tell Haka about that. Still, George Aniki really was amazing at taking care of kids. I think I remember Aniki taking good care of me well when I was a brat 6 years ago. Aniki, that's probably your gift. George-kun is amazing at taking care of young kids. If you wanted to, I bet you'll do great with a job in childcare, don't you think? I pass. Yeah, it's almost like George Nissan was born to do something like that. He didn't even get to have his childhood, what do you mean? Personally, I think that'd suit me better than doing business in some company president's office. Oh, no. Childcare is a fine career path. What type of childcare, though? Like, actual, like, children's whatever, you look after them, or you want to be like a teacher? Does that count? But it's not a job where merely liking children is enough. You need understanding and compassion. You really are modest, George-kun. But Battler-kun is quite good with children, too. Just a second ago, even though it didn't last long, Maria seemed to be having lots of fun. That's because he knows not how to take shit too seriously. Rosa. Please, keep on playing with her like you did just now. Just choose your jokes more carefully, okay? Aunt Rosa winked at me, giggling a little. She's a real mother, a real piece of shit. I thought to myself. I was happy to see Maria having fun. That's a lie.
Come on, Rosa. And you brats too. What the hell are you doing? Let's get going.
Okay, we're coming.
The old bastard was waving for us to hurry up. Yeah, we need to get moving.
We might as well have this conversation after setting our luggage down in our rooms.
Now then, everyone. Allow me to lead you to the guest house, where you will be spending the night. Please, this way. Ass kisser.
Mikoto-san called to everyone to lead the way. And led the way. Kumasawa-san brought up the rear. The rear? Old man Tasukudu. No wonder you watch me. A serpentine twisting path led through a dim forest. It ran a bit uphill. I guess the path was made all twisty so the slope wouldn't seem too steep. But personally, I'd been happier if they had the guts to make some stairs in a straight line. No doubt they made the path twist on purpose. They put on airs of distance and importance. I'm an old man. Yep, I aged like fine wine. Before long, we saw garden-style stone steps. From here on, I do have some memories. Yeah, do you? Go up these and... At the top of the stone steps, we saw a beautiful guest house. Bright. 18,000 years of experience. Why am I yellow? Its facade was lovely, of course, but more importantly, we couldn't enter its doors without having our hearts stolen away by the splendor of the beautiful rose garden spreading before it. You're cheese. If I was in a cheese trap, more than half of you would take it.
Ah, it's as beautiful as ever this year. Real delight for the eyes.
After climbing the stone steps, the people greeted this rose garden and gave voice to their impressions one by one. Just take my bait already. Is it just me? Or are these flowers a little less lively this year? It's probably because it wasn't that hot this summer.
No, I also believe that was a factor. Sadly, this year's blooming is a tad inferior when compared to last year's.
Already did. Take more of the bait. What's stopping you? Hitting me with a hammer. Okay, I'm putting you on that list. Okay, added. Thanks. Even so, I was delightful. You know, I'm not even the type to tease people. You guys just make it too fun, so... Oops. I remember that even 6 years ago. Huge numbers of roses that greeted us every year. Actually, it probably makes sense psychological-wise. If I can get you to banter with me or... interact with me in a normal light or even lose your temper. As long as you don't go too overboard, that is more reassuring than someone who's like way too positive, right? See, I'm a genius. Why are you like this? Oh, because I'm so sexy, that's why. Why not? This rose garden was the first thing that greeted the people who came to Rokenjima. Even our parents, who came every year, couldn't help but give voice to their admiration. In fact, it seemed to have undergone a power-up from the garden in my memories of 6 years ago. This place... I gotta see it, hold on. Good lord! Is it tight on her crotch, too? Wait, can I... Oh, thank God, I got it. I thought I could... Oh, Jesus. This place is always so amazing. It would be wonderful to have a rose garden like this at home.
Give it up.
Hello. Please stop looking. Why are you looking, huh? Why are you... Huh? Answer me. Why are you looking? Yeah? You like what you see? Okay. Whatever. Okay. Do you like what you see? Look at these. This is what we call a thirst trap. Look at this. You're getting excited by this, aren't you? Get help. I've decided. If any of you in here are horny, but not with style, I will ban you. Horny has to be worked for and obtained. Control yourself, be normal. Fight me.
Who do you think would take care of it? Roses are a real pain. And bugs and diseases to worry about.
I got you, don't worry. Your eyes are pretty. Did you just catcall me? Wow. Thanks to the super chat, I guess.
Well, from what I've heard, Kirei-san takes care of her roses every day and makes sure no bugs get anywhere
Near it, right?
Huh? What are you talking about?
That's right. Though in this person's case, the rose goes after the insects like some nasty carnivorous plant.
Oh, so that's it you mean. Come on, Rosa. Can you give that a rest for just today? I put that sort of thing completely behind me.
I wonder. If I'm bantering with you, that's a compliment. After all, you're a womanizer on almost a genetic level. So it takes a dommy mommy to get him in place? No need to worry, Rosa-san. When a rose gives you too much trouble, it's always best to snip it at the root. Oh, such a frightening talk this is.
Guys who are popular with ladies are always forced to live dangerously. I sure hope I turn out to be a bit prettier in my next life.
You look fine, just take out the mustache.
Hideyoshi-san, like I keep saying, there isn't like that at all.
Aren't you literally a womanizer?
And, stop it, you're freaking me out. You've made my rose wilt.
Talking about your dick? Hey, Maria-chan, look over here. These roses are especially magnificent. Magnificent roses.
Hey, it smells pretty sweet. Look, this suits my elegance perfectly.
Hey, cut it out. Do you guys like sniffing? Who's a big scent person? Only one of you here, isn't it? I'm fishing again. Maria's gonna imitate you and get hurt by the thorns. She yelled at me as I leaned into some of the rose's scent with an exaggerated gesture. I thought she was overreacting, but when I turned around, I saw Maria imitating my every gesture. Is it Maria or Maria? Maria, right? Imitating my every gesture, and Georgianiki smiling broadly at us. Are you a big scent person? My favorite scents? Rain? Blueberry? Old Spice is okay. Campfire wood scent has always been nice. Hey now, Maria-chan. Be careful. Maria. Rose thorns can hurt. George Oni-chan, only this rose is strange. Cat smell? Like the cat cafe? I like that, yeah. Strange? What's wrong? It's me, Maria! Maria pointed at a single rose. I immediately understood why she found it odd. Camping smell like roasted chicken, roasted food, and roasted wood. Firewood. Took a bit to get it started, but we did well. I had to sacrifice like a journal I brought, but luckily I didn't write much in it. To help make a fire. You can ask Altair. There's so much stuff to talk about, but I'm waiting for this thing to go out first. Tea smells? I like herbal tea. I don't like matcha tea scent or taste. In the midst of all these magnificent roses, one single rose is starting to wilt. So you like the smell of burned. I'm going to burn you alive. Okay? There wasn't any particular reason. Some roses flourish and others wilt. That's all there was to it. But Maria seemed very concerned about the only unhealthy one in that group. Oh, Naomi, thank you for the super chat. That must have made her feel lonely. What's wrong with me is everything that's right with me, sorry. So you feel sad for this rose because it's the only one that isn't healthy? The others are all healthy, but this one too. You threaten us so much they don't feel like threats anymore. Okay. Oh, I love you guys so much. You're so sweet. Well, they all bloom and wither at their own paces. I bet this one's just starting to wilt early because it got to bloom before any of the others. Yeah, that's right. It probably just bloomed like crazy, fulfilled its duty, and went to sleep. You shouldn't get so worked up about it. Weird stop. Oh no! Macaroons are so sweet. So sweet and nice. It seemed that Maria's pure, sensitive nature was making her feel some emotional pain for the rose that wilted alone. Even though she understood the logic of it, it still felt it lonely to her. Then, Maria-chan, why don't you look after this one until we leave? Torjaniki straightened up and felt around in his pocket. He then took out the wrapper from the candy he'd been sucking on the plane. He twisted it into a thin string, then gently tied it into a rose on a sort of marker. Hey, that's pretty cute. I didn't sound honest. Are you making fun of my tone? So mean. Thanks. Let's mark it with this. Later on, you can come back and give it some water. I'm sure Mr. Rose will be happy.
Can you give it water?
I think you should give Mr. Rose your name. I'm sure he'll make it happy, and you'll get to know it a little bit better. Keep giving me juicy reactions. You're like my... You're like my dog toy at this point, thank you.
A name? A name.
Though she still wore her usual sullen face, Maria crossed her arms and began to consider this intently. At the very least, she appeared to have been completely pulled out of her slump. Nice going, Aniki. George Dean-san has always been really understanding. Can't help but respect him. Yeah, I guess he was just born that way. We've got to start picking up tips.
Was this garden just as magnificent when you all were kids?
Well, it was only after I stopped living here that it grew so big. Before that, the garden was simpler. Though I'm still attached to that one. We choose, stop projecting and telling me what you want. What? I have to kill all the Macaroons now. You've been too horny, you've been too positive. Bring out some of that negative nature. Let's do it. Show me your flaws, stop being nice. Stop trying to get my good side. I liked it much better before.
Ava, you gotta think positive. Setting aside how it used to look, its beauty is now something to be admired. You'll be able to relax a lot better if you want to look at it that way.
I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying that I want you to see this garden the way it was before, too.
Well, everyone, if you please, I shall guide you to your rooms now.
You're stinky, that's not true. Koda-san called to everyone to ask if you were ready. Thank you, Shiki. Thank you for the super chat. But our hearts have been completely stolen away by the rose gardens that none of us had seen for a year, so we didn't pay too much attention to them. Since we were in a travel group, it wasn't like we had a strict schedule to follow. Besides, since our parents were visiting their old home, full of nostalgia, it wasn't like they had to let themselves be urged on by anyone or anything. Understanding the situation. Not my fault you guys are making it fun for me, thanks. Koda-san continued to wait, smiling wildly, until our parents got tired of the roses and told them to guide us to our rooms. Why are you like this? 'Cause I'm cute?
Oh! Hey! If it isn't Kanon-gun!
Furniture!
It's been so long! How you doing?
Uncle Hideyoshi suddenly shouted. Show me what you're doing. Alright, workable. My preference is the alchemist sprite, but workable. In the direction he was waving was a slender boy. Meeting him right after a huge man like Goda probably emphasized his small stature. Oh, me and the Makiruns. Because they're all tiny. I would say even 70% of you are shorter than me. Or just barely around my height. Oops. The boy was in the middle of transporting piled up gardening tools and the like in the wheelbarrow. When he realized he was being called to stop, he set down the wheelbarrow, took his hat off, and bowed his head. Oh no, I'm like 2 feet, actually. Good afternoon. I figured he was probably younger than me, and I realized with the general atmosphere surrounding him that he was another servant. He greeted us in response to Uncle Hideyoshi's call, but he seemed like he might be pretty unsociable most of the time. Yeah, take the shade, take it. Just fight back. Why are you so shy? This is just giving me more points in psychoanalysis stuff to put on a weakness list. I win. There's a greeting that lacked feeling. I told you I'm toxic. I said it from day one. When Koda-san noticed that our interest had shifted towards him, he went to the boy's side and introduced them to us.
Valor-sama, allow me to introduce you.
You have 104 times to shut your mouth. Thanks.
The son of the servants of the Ushirimiya household. Kanon-san, greet our guest.
I'm pleased to meet you. I am the servant, Kanon.
Yep, my first impression wasn't wrong. He seemed to be unsociable, or at least not so good at talking. Compared to Koda-san, who was extraordinarily polished as a servant, you couldn't help but feel inexperienced, typical of his age. I'm extremely toxic. If not, I'm honest. I tell you what I'm about. So if I want you, I want you. If I don't care for you, I'll probably let you know. It's like that type of thing. But I have to like physically, with words, let you know. Go out of my way. You can't really assume it otherwise. When Koda-san urged him in a whisper to give a bit more of an introduction, the boy named Kanon only cast his eyes downward.
Kanon-san, could you perhaps give them a little more of a greeting?
Alright, red flag enjoyer.
No. Because we are furniture.
He didn't seem to be refusing us to greet us out of spite. Rather, he seemed to have fallen silent because he didn't know what else to say to us during the greeting. Oh my god. Makiruns and meeting me.
Well, Kanon's shy and doesn't tend to talk much. He might not be that sociable, but deep down he's a really good person. Don't get him wrong. You've been working here for 3 years, haven't you? Pretty sure you started a year before Koda-san, right?
Even though he wasn't exactly giving a terrible first impression, Jessica hurriedly backed him up. Are you furniture? I am one who sits, not is sat on.
I see.
Apparently his unsociable nature causes him trouble a lot. Okay then, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Valor. I'm 18. How old are you? He fell silent. The chat? It's impossible to refer to you as like a high nine though. That's why I try to, but I always just say people's names as long as I don't go overboard. Right? Because each person here is unique in their own way. The only thing that is consistent around people that watch me is that you're all similar to me. In ways, whether you like it or not. If you keep up with me in some shape or form, you're similar to me. He fell silent, as though wondering whether or not it was a question he'd have to answer. I don't expect people to come to me because they like me. Like me. That one is like, Or maybe if they do, it might be like a momentary crush type thing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Ooh. But here again, Jessica plowed on ahead.
If I remember correctly, Kanon's 2 years younger than us, so 16, right? Yes, that is correct.
It looked like he would have preferred not to tell us of his age if given the choice. That was probably because he thought we'd look down on him for it.
I remember that when I was around his age, I hated being asked how old I was by adults. I see. 16, huh?
Why is the minor a servant? Isn't he in class? Because this is, the Ushidamiya household family is kind of, they, like, I won't spoil it, but they have many servants that have been raised, like, since young. It's gonna be a delicate time, but I guess in exchange you get a household to stay at? It's sort of like that. There's like a school for it, essentially. Do they get paid? Yes. Pretty sure they get paid.
Which means I probably asked something I shouldn't have.
I'm glad you're all about that our age. Yeah, it is in the 1980s. It's 1986, so expect like some sus. Just be cool and call me Battler.
And I'll call you Canon.
Thank you very much. But the sentiment alone is sufficient, Battler-sama.
Jessica looked panicky for some reason. She seemed to think my impression of Canon was getting worse because of his refusal.
Huh. That's people with me, I think. They, like, worry I'm, like, thinking bad of them. I'm like, nah. If I think bad of you, you'd know. I'm very chill. And by no, I would tell you I don't like you.
Well, as a girl, Jessica probably couldn't understand the fretful male heart at this age. As his elder, even by just 2 years, I took it upon myself to be understanding of that. Kanon-san, could you perhaps be a little more courteous?
Shut up, ass kisser.
A smiling face is also part of a servant's duty.
My apologies. I shall make an effort.
Koda-san, Kanon-kun is trying his best, yes? It looked like he was often warned about being unsociable.
Hop off my goat!
And apparently he had an improved one bit.
You want to see him in the new art style? It's the pachinko one, I think. Hold on. It works. Hop off my goat!
Koda-san kept his vicious smile, but it let out a small sigh of resignation escape.
Oops. I dislike it. So you hate me! I see.
Well then, I still have work to do. If you'll excuse me.
It looked like Hanan himself was uncomfortable with remaining silent here any longer. After another perfunctory bow, he turned around and started pushing the wheelbarrow again. Just then, the wheelbarrow suddenly wobbled and fell, scattering the load. I guess the wheelbarrow's single wheel got caught a pebble and lost its balance. Oh, it messed up.
Yes, I do. I'm going to crush you. Thanks.
What do you think you're doing? Now, clean it up quickly. Koda-san urged him to hurry in a quiet voice, as though hinting it was shameful for him to appear clumsy in front of the guests.
Shit, bro, mistakes happen. Chill.
Kanon-kun wordlessly reloaded the wheelbarrow.
Oops. Oi! Oi, what the You can't crush me.
Kanon-kun wordlessly reloaded the wheelbarrow with the fallen objects, as if to say he understood quite well without being told. He seemed to be fine with the light-looking gardening tools, shovels and such, but he looked like he was having trouble getting his arms around and lifting some sacks of fertilizer. Are you okay? You're so careless here.
My lady, you will dirty your garments. Please, leave this to us.
With a smooth motion, Koda-san took the shovel that Jessica had picked up. Behind him, Kanon-kun was having trouble with the sacks of fertilizer. You can't crush me. Kanon-kun looked at me, surprised.
You're a bit cut off. Shit, can't have anything here.
How's this for you?
Do you like this?
Battler-sama. Don't worry about it.
It is controversial to say you like the servants more than the family. You don't like me? Alright, whatever. Finally, good. Bring out more of that fight. Bring out that hatred in you. Bring it out. Stop being nice to me. Fight me. Fight me. I've been waiting for it. Fight me. Thank you. I'm very happy. Band together. Some of you would be like putty in my hands. You can't band together. I also can be putty, but I very much know my own strength. Don't you worry. I may not look at it, but I've got it where it counts. Since Kenan-kun looked like he hadn't yet come through his growth spurt, he was struck with a sort of weak body. We hate you. Okay, flip note. This kind of weight might have been too much for him. It's quite heavy. It's natural to be difficult for you. It's so fun today. So many people fighting me. This is so much fun. Don't worry about it, Kenan-kun. Okay, my time to shine. This makes up for the boat stuff from before, right? As if this can make up for freaking out like that. Later, I'll tell you too about it, Kenan-kun. Tyler was totally hilarious.
Gonna fall.
You can give it a bit of spite. Okay, here, watch this. Here's a bit of spite. As they did this, I pulled up with a step back into the wheelbarrow. I beg for your forgiveness for letting you witness such unsightliness.
Come now, that's quite enough. Please go.
Letting the guests who were supposed to feel welcome see such a disgraceful thing must have been hideously embarrassing for a servant. Kiss my ass, Goda! Pressed like Goda to hurry up and go, Kenan-kun left. Oh, you're gonna enjoy popcorn without giving it any to the rest of us? Banned. You're too harsh on him, Goda-san. Shouldn't you have helped him instead of being a bully? Good point.
That was wrong of me.
You'll see, Goda is something.
I deeply implore your forgiveness.
Be nice to us. I very much enjoyed the Makuruns in their presence. I think they're very hardworking, creative. I think they're very cute. They're wholesome. They have a good heart. I am being nice. You just can't get it all the time. If anything, it just tells me that the Makuruns, some of them are needy. Wow. You want to be praised by me that bad. Sorry, you ought to go somewhere else for that one. Without even a twitch in his smile, Goda-san apologized elegantly.
Kenan-kun had a ton of things he's good at, too. It's just that being young works against him all the time.
It's a crying shame. Nothing's wrong with that, unless you have a problem with being needy.
Well, it's a prickly age. Let's just leave him be. After all, closed-mouth servants are the best kind. Isn't that right, Kumasawa-san?
Uda-sama, you truly are harsh. There is no servant as silent as me, of course. Everyone smiled wryly at that obvious lie. Thanks for playing with me, if anything. Even she herself didn't believe that, not in her wildest dreams. Don't I like to be praised? In moderation. It has to be in moderation, and it has to make sense. Deal? And then if I ask everyone to stop, everyone needs to stop. And respect it, that's it. If you respect when I ask you to, if I go like, please respect my boundaries, I pick up on that every time you do it, and you get like 5+ points. And then that makes me more loyal. So she must have said it to lighten the mood. Got it, boss. Oh, wow, so obedient, thanks. Yeah, that's the kind of character Kumasawa Bachan used to be. The one stiff atmosphere had cleared up at once thanks to her cheerful smile. I'd like to set down our luggage soon. Goda-san, what rooms are we all going to take? How do we get bonus points? Take care of yourself, seriously. I get most motivated when people take care of themselves. Or like, I've been doing this, or I was having a hard time in this house, but I moved out and now I'm doing better. I think it's endearing when people keep pushing on even though things suck, even if you're not there yet. That's literally the most you can do for me. I was always the type of person that got more motivated from hearing positive, like, real examples, not fully positive, than like super cynical or negative, but not fully positive either. Just real ones where it's like, yeah, life sucks and it still does kind of suck, but I did get better. And there's still things that suck, but I'm still going. That stuff is like yum yum. Yum 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 yum.
Well, it should be the same as the previous year.
Wholesome penis.
Allow me to guide you. Please, this way.
We headed towards a trim, elegantly simple guest house. Taco Bell always hurts me whenever I eat it. I don't know why. This was gonna be our temporary quarters for the night. Life sucks, but that doesn't mean you can't be happy. Let's make it happy. Good lord. Wait, I know Altair's type now, too. See, I've got so much information. My main goal was to get Altair facts and also have fun with them. If you want me facts, cry about it though. I'm not gonna tell you that. That's weird too. You'd have to get it from other people. When I assume that, I'm always like talking about me and it's not me. You're either gonna insult me or you're gonna think I'm weird. Conan once over ahead as the guests all entered the guest house. Then he let his eyes fall on those heavy sacks of fertilizer piled up in the wheelbarrow. And his mind kept going over his previous mistake. That's what I'm saying. I'm honest as I can be, except for things I don't want to, but eventually I will. See, exactly. I talk about myself quite enough. Battler, big and strong, had picked up the sacks in front of him. The sacks couldn't lift themselves as they were feathers. It would be extremely difficult for an outside observer to guess what emotions that favor had stirred up in Kanon. But as far as you could tell by watching him hang his head, there was something that he couldn't just let go. Muttered words escaped his lips. Oh, fair? Oh, my skin is fair, thanks. Those words he murmured were so soft that they didn't reach even his own ears. Share a lot of stuff that it's kind of terrifying. That's because I don't expect people, I don't want there to be any expectations. So I'm kind of like, this is what I'm about, leave me alone. If you think I'm anything else, leave me alone. Shut the fuck up, leave me alone, leave me alone. This is what you're getting, leave me alone. The sad thing is, even when you're doing like that, it won't fully get through. But for me, it's like less work. So by lying, not lying, it's less because, oh, the goodness of my soul. I'm pretty sure it's like more, it's too exhausting to lie and to keep track of everything. And it's gonna become like a weird snowball effect. So I'd rather just be as honest as I can than withhold information I don't need to talk about. The realness. Yeah, I'm a real one. I got that dog in me. Even I. Kanon hung his head, slightly biting his lower lip. Can you hear me if I bite my lip? I don't think I can. Maybe on the other microphone. Making better quality. Ew. Alright, so you hate me. I remember the rose garden, but I don't remember this guest house at all. Was it built recently? Terrarian, visitor's retreat, was written on a gatepost-like thing. But since everyone called it the guest house, I followed their lead. A brand new Western-style guest house which stood overlooking the roses, had a magnificent design carefully done in harmony with the garden. Licking our ear. Nah, not you horny posting on main. Oh lord, oh, that's why you're in the cage. Correct. It was built the year before last. Ever since then, they've had us sleep over here. This place is more fun than that junky old mansion, you know. Jailed. You're next, you're next! Okay. What's wrong with enjoying thighs? I love thighs. I'd rather, if people are going to be horny here, I'm gonna do everything in my power to be horny for something else in front of you. And number two, if you're gonna be horny, don't be it for me. Let's get horny over the characters. This is equilibrium. Equivalent exchange. If we see a hot mama on the screen, let me hear you go, oh! If you see a sexy, jaded old man, 45-year-old man with communicational problems, let me hear you go, oh! And then once you connect on that level, then it will naturally head down a good right. Deal? Just got home, what happened? Oh, dude, so, my god, thank you so much. The Makiruns are bullying me. Thank you, welcome.
I wanted a room here too. I want one.
I guess you could say my own house is upper class. But to me, it felt completely ordinary compared to the head family. The Makiruns are bullying me. They've been teasing me since the beginning. Display of wealth was shocking. As was the fact that they built this kind of awesome guest house for the guests. That came over only a few times a year.
Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama, please do make use of this room. Uraf-sama, Kirie-sama, please take this room here.
I really do love how beautiful and elegant this place is. Western-style architecture truly is wonderful.
I can handle Western-san for a few days, but any longer than that, you'll need a good old Japanese look. Japanese people just relax best on tatami mats.
They've been fighting over whether to make our new house Japanese style or Western style. Mom still holds a grudge about Dad having the construction started with a Japanese layout, and they bicker all the time about it. I'm really jealous, Georgini-san. Your parents get along well, don't they? Mine are so frosty. That's because your dad's kind of a dick. Natsu's a dick too. We'll see. Who's more of a dick? Standoffish? Overbearing? Standoffish father that's all about business and doesn't know how to connect emotionally? Or very overbearing mother who is very emotional and has a way of doing things that she believes is right and is very like, you must do this, you must do that. Which one's more painful? So you hate Natsuhi? I should ban you! You don't like my faves? Whatever. Okay. All the runes? All the runes seem to be for two people. Oh my god, rune love. Room. I was grateful, since I wasn't going to be forced to share the same room with that old bastard, under the pretext that we were family. And anyway, I figured that those two wouldn't be able to enjoy themselves with someone like me around. What's that creepy smile? You're thinking about something dirty, aren't you? Something dirty? Of course not! Please enjoy your stay! That hurts, you old bastard! Once again, Dad pulled my ears from behind.
Cut the crap. I'm getting a stomach ache and I'm not in the mood for this. You're the guest of honor this time around, so play as nice as possible to Dad and Nanaki and the rest. At the very least, be careful what you say in front of Dad. Got it? Because wisecracks don't go too well with him.
Jessica-chan, what's Dad's mood been like lately? Same as last year, I guess. Do you want to hear the sound effect when I pull out everyone's heart? It's gonna be like Gear 5. Considering they say he's got 3 months left to live, he's as lively, grumpy, and irritable as ever. Meaning, this year he's in his usual bad mood. I'm trying to fight you. Can't you hold your thirst? If you're not thirsty, don't worry about it. This ain't you. We gotta look at them both. We gotta use the raised eyebrow emoji. You're on my side. And as usual, the only one who's able to look after him is Genji-san. It seems the master will open his heart to no one else. Lately, us small people have not even been granted an audience with him. He shut himself up in his study again. Probably do nothing but that weird black magic of his. What he does for a hobby is his own damn business. But when he starts stinking up the house, it really gets on my nerves. Who is thirsty? I'm fishing! Let me fish, damn! Damn! You hate me! I wish you'd never come out of this study again. You shouldn't talk like that about the elderly. We're all indebted to him since he rebuilt the Ushirimiya family. We should be more grateful. Well, sorry. I am hungry. I'm looking for a rune meal. I'll make you into a cinnamon twist roll. After being rebuked by George Aniki, Jessica had no choice but to take back her thoughtless remark. What am I thirsty about? The Ushinomiya family was wealthy beyond belief, but of course, that meant all its members were a bit strange, and completely out of touch with the world at large. And at the top of the chain, the family head, her grandfather, seemed especially strange and terrifying, even for our family. Dad said he was getting a stomachache earlier, and I imagine that reflected the honest feelings of all the adults here today. I doubt they were jealous of us grandchildren, and could just play around and laugh without a care. In the stories Dad told me, the family head was a violent man who ruled with his fist, beating his children, even his daughters, mercilessly with a wooden sword. Kinzo's such a nice person. No. If he was so strict and uptight about that, why couldn't he have been a little bit more conservative with his kids' names? Because of that, even us grandkids have had to suffer. Anyway, I can't say I have any trouble believing those terrifying stories about him. I don't remember meeting him very often, but I think I recall him looking extremely grumpy all the time, always making people cower with that sharp gaze of his. Oh, Kinzo is not a very nice person, yes. I remember that room's atmosphere. The name room now is just Rune. I remember that room's atmosphere got so tense whenever he was around. You couldn't even breathe. What my dad said about me being the guest of honor now carries a little more oomph for me. 6 years ago, I was in elementary school, but I'm a high schooler now. If I act up, things could get serious. Ooh, scary. How are you guys doing? Are you feeling better after being relentlessly teased by me for at least an hour? He does look frightening, but he's not terrifying that you need to tense up like that. Kinzo does dick. Nothing of what he says is truly unreasonable. Okay, George. He may be clumsy at talking, but he's a very logical person. He screams in his attic, he practiced black magic, he yells at people, he beats his children with a wooden sword. There's like 5 other things that he does that I can't reveal yet. Oh, good lord, George. Can I be banned again so I can focus and do my work? Sure. I've asked for that before, like in group servers. That was fun. I was like, I have too much fun talking here, so I need you guys to ban me so I can do my work. But George Nissan, even the family darling since like forever because of your awesome grades, right? Also, Heartbeato, thank you. Welcome to Monkey Imp. Beto, oh my god. You're UMINEKO all this time. Thank you. Grandfather treats us completely different. I've even gotten slapped with a wooden sword. On my ass! On my ass! My maidenly innocent ass! Understandable. Well, you're the heiress of the head family, Jessica-chan. Grandfather is giving you a special attention. Abuse? Not the abuse enabler. You got to realize that his strictness reflects his high hopes for you. I can have high hopes without abusing my children. That's a skill issue there. Suck my ass. Oh, come on. Seriously, I could just turn the succession over to you, George-san. It's a bit of a heavy burden for me to carry. George has a lot of bad takes, don't worry. I think I already said it before, but Jessica's the girl heir to the head family. We're the only cousins in Brand's family, so she probably feels a totally different sort of pressure than we do.
Jessica, Oni-chan, is that heavy? If I help hold it, will I get lighter? Hmm? Thanks. It's okay, I'm not gonna push it on you, Maria. I'm gonna bear this cross until my grave. Nah, main character responsibility is not worth it all the time. Get rid of that shit. Nah, get rid of that shit. Unless she wants to. If you were her and were the heir to the family, would you keep it or would you run away? Don't worry,
She was grateful for Maria's innocent concern. But Jessica's face still seemed to contain some sense of uneasiness she felt towards the future. Maybe we're both in the same boat.
What if you lose all the family savings if you run though? See?
Any high schooler with exam approachings would have trouble hiding their anxiety for the future.
I need to straighten my hair. Fuck. Oh. Let's see. Let's get a touch to my hair.
Maria, come here. You and I will be in this room. Datler, I heard you're gonna be with me in this room here. Oh? Now there's a surprise.
Ask him. I'm not telling you. It feels weird if I say it. Ask him. You want the information. Just ask on Twitter, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I don't force people to talk about me. I feel weird. It should be natural, right? It's like if people are talking about me because I asked and I'm like, oh man. But if I don't have to ask and it's nice stuff, I'm like, oh, that's nice to be appreciated. Let's see.
Oh, now that's a surprise. It's bigger than our parents' room. Dang.
Well, I figured we cousins would all want to hang out together. So I told them to get a bigger room ready.
I like it here more too. I'd rather be here than with Mom.
Oh, shit. No, do you like it better here too, Maria? Okay, this room is yours and mine. But we'll give you special permission to come in. Better keep it a secret from your mom, okay?
It's a secret.
Aunt Rosa was right behind us. But Maria still answered, striking the air with her fist clenched tight. After settling down their luggage in the rooms, our parents had gathered again in the corridor. Hey, pretty Brad's planning to do. Are you cousins just gonna stay here and chat? It seemed they were heading to the mansion to announce their arrival.
Can you believe it's only been an hour and 20 minutes? Let me crush you and break you in two like a Kit Kat bar. I want to fight all the runes.
Normally, they would make us follow them and greet everyone together.
Boobs. You like tits, I see. It's been that fast already, right? Not bad. I think if this had voices, or if I was playing one with voices, what I'd do this day and age is I'd let the voices talk, and I'd voice over lines that I want to voice, but since there's none in this version, here we are. Get out of my system. Oh, thanks.
But if that had been the case, Dad would have just told us to come, and that'd be the end of it. He's saying it's okay if we don't come, so what do we do? Well, it's gonna be lunchtime before long anyway.
Hold on. No tits.
Well, it's gonna be lunchtime before long anyway. Better let the kids unwind here. Besides, if the worst comes to worst, this might be their last chance to play outdoors.
I'll go too.
Maria, you house sit for Mama, okay? Bully's not my love language. My love language is big... love. I attack. With lots of love. You just can't get it yet. Let's see. Maria, you house sit for Mama, okay? Behave yourself and wait here. Don't have you have like fuck you're dating people already? Trying to include me on your little Riz plan, huh? Well, I'm for me and me alone. You ain't gonna get me. I have years of trauma. You think you can just say nice things to me and get me to, like, butter up? That's it? Work harder on your Riz.
Since Mario was being told to house sit here, we certainly couldn't leave her on her own. Kurjaniki noticed this immediately and gave a clear reply for us cousins.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, Basil from Amori? Damn! Why don't you go water some flowers or something?
Well then, we'll accept your offer and house sit.
Stuff up, Basil. Whatever, Scooby-Doo cyber chasers. Okay.
We've got lots of stories to tell each other, and after being away from a year.
That sounds wonderful.
And Butlerkin has 6 years worth of stories to tell, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Don't take care of the house like a good boy.
Kawasawa-san, I'm gonna stay here too. All right, Chris Redfield. We'll break rank and lead the rest of the adults. Perhaps that would be best. I'll report it to the madam.
Then allow me to guide you all to the mansion. This way, please.
The other children are one thing, but George is getting to be an adult. Wouldn't it be better if he came with us?
If we make him come, then poor George will be the only one out of place. Interacting with his cousins is also more important. Okay, see y'all later.
I can't do a southern accent. The adults left one after the other. They left in the same formation as our trip from the harbor, with Koda-san leading and Kumasawa-san taking up the rear. As we gathered in the room assigned to us cousins, Torjaniki asked us to excuse him for a second. He rushed over to Kumasawa-san, who was following behind the disappearing adults and seemed to ask her something. Rune's getting called out, that's crazy. I'll see you next, okay. What do you want? What do you want? Hina. Some kind of princess? Princess away from me. What? Get the fuck out of here. He soon finished his business and came back. Alright, Chalkstone. Defend him. What's up, Aniki? Nothing. I just wanted to ask her something.
Tell me too.
Leave her alone. Really?
Tell me too.
Or leave them alone, you bully. What are you gonna do? You gonna waddle to me? Good, do it. Do it. Why could George Nissan be asking Kuwasawa-san and not me, I wonder? I don't have a clue. No, it's a misunderstanding. Not that I know that what you're misunderstanding. Haneki was getting pretty tongue-tied. It was almost as though he felt guilty about something. Jessica knew exactly what he was worried about. At any rate, it's no fun if Jessica gets to know about it and not me. Hey, Maria. It looks like we're the only two out of the loop, right? Don't you want to know what they're talking about?
You want to know too. You want to know too.
I fooled around while doing together with Maria. No, I'm telling you, it's no big deal. Liar. I'm surprised you told such a terrible lie, Aniki. Confess. Maria, you tickle his right side, and I'll tickle his left.
I got his right side. Now he's got his left.
Wait a second. Maria and I played around. Oh my god, Altair vibes. Chasing George Aniki as he tried to escape. Rolling on the bed. I realized high schoolers aren't supposed to bounce around like kittens. But I still miss this kind of fun. A warm, cozy kind of fun. Churchini-san, what were you asking Kuwasawa-san? Paksaj, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Pac-Man. Thank you. Well, I've got a good guess. It's been a year since the last time you visited the head family. Who knows what servants might have come and gone during that time? Either way, it looks like you'd like to go and say hi.
Say hi? I want to say hi too.
What the hell? That's nothing to feel guilty about, Aniki. I'm not buying it. Maria, don't be fooled. Aniki's still hiding something. More torture! Nothing seriously! Me when I squish the runes in two. Thanks. She's probably busy cleaning or getting lunch ready. Don't worry, she'll drop by to say hi sooner or later. I bet you'd rather be welcomed in by Shannon instead of that nosy Goda. Shannon? Oh no. Shannon. Sounds familiar, Battler? Ah. Yeah. I remember a girl with that name. Is she still a servant? How's she doing? Oh, Lord. Tell your friend I'm a full-time slut, and only I can be that. I use it as a term of empowerment for myself.
By the way, Natsune-san, how's your headache been lately? It seemed pretty serious before.
Oh, her sprite is so cute! It can't be surpassed. It might just be one of the Rika Higarashis of this game. Oh, those are so large. Good Lord. Get in line, Flay. If I could cuck any... I don't like NTR. But if I would... Kraus! Love your wife before I steal her! She is a respectable woman and she can choose someone else if she wants. Don't assume you're all that cheese, Kraus. Keep playing games. I'm gonna show up and be a normal person around your wife. She might choose me instead. I'm gonna be her present. Keep disrespecting your wife, Kraus. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Kraus is a moon base though. Dude, I have a Webkins account. Natsuhi would obviously choose me.
I have been much better lately.
Thank you for your concern.
Oh, right. Here. A present for you, Natsuhi-san.
Thank you very much. I'm always receiving... It's kind of true, actually. Don't take anything for granted. You gotta remember.
I'm always receiving gifts from you. Is this black tea?
She has a soft, mature voice, doesn't she?
It's herb tea with peppermint and lemon balm. It's a blend from a well-known store, and it's supposed to be good for headaches. I thought it might help you too.
Rosa was always a conscientious woman. Probably because she was the youngest of the four, and much younger than the other three. She managed to grow up without getting the venomous nature of her siblings. Her kind words got Natsui to soften her expression for just a moment. But it wasn't enough to melt her stony gaze, hardened as it was with the long years of mental stress.
Come to think of it, you're always complaining about those headaches.
Pull yourself together. Not the mean girl. Have a good one, bye.
Pull yourself together. Jessica-chan has her exams this year, right? That's going to be a turning point in her life. Will she really be able to rely on you as a mother if you're like that? Besides, Natsuhine-san, you're 3 years younger than me. You should get your act together.
She's mean girling.
I apologize. I've had a tendency for headaches all my life.
Even under normal circumstances, Ava's sometimes able to choose her words carefully. Failed, bro, she's directly choosing to She's mean girling. But her comments aimed at Natsui contained shards of obvious malice. Though she hid it with a smile. See? Of course, that fact didn't escape Natsui. She frantically contained her urge to grimace and pretended to ignore Ava.
Our Battlecrin will have his exams this year too.
Rudolph-san, shouldn't you be a little concerned as well? For the sake of your own son, you better get serious to the point of having headaches like Natsui-san. If I say anything, he automatically rebels. So what should I say? To say the opposite, that it's okay for him to mess around? That's probably the only way I could get him to listen to me. Hideyoshi-san, George did really well on his exams, right? Please, you gotta teach me the trick of handling children. Oh, sorry. Sorry. The pretty women on the screen are getting you, but not me. All right. Okay. Why don't you go back into cyberspace?
Well, it's probably because I gotten to understand why you should study. Study isn't worth anything on its own. That's right. The real point of studying is to practice research and stuff on your own whenever you bump into something you don't know. If you can't do that, you can't be useful to society.
Fuck being useful to society. I'm gonna not be a dick and I'm gonna make myself happy. Why would I live my entire life sucking the metaphorical dick of the human mass.
I'm not talking about math or riding. You gotta learn how to learn.
Okay, good point. I like learning how to learn, that's good.
That's splendid. I wish our Jessica could understand that as well.
No, Natsuki, no, please. You were being one of the world's worst mothers.
If she's to be the heiress of the Ushiramiya family, then at this rate... Do you really have to force her into becoming the successor? After all, a woman has to find a woman's happiness. Parents shouldn't force such things on their children, don't you think?
You forced George! What are you talking about? If you're gonna girl boss, at least be accurate. The girls are fighting, oh my god.
Hold your horses, Ava. Each family has its own way of raising their kids. You shouldn't be pushy.
I'm sorry. Natsuhine-san, don't take it the wrong way. Though the light shining in through this window has it quite warm despite the cloudy weather, there's a dark mood about the room, which is probably causing headaches more than just Natsu. As if to sweep away that mood, Kurie brightly made a suggestion to all present.
Also, hi to everyone who just stepped in. We're playing UMINEKO for a bit. Maybe 2-3 hours. I hope you're doing good.
Still, this black tea has a really lovely aroma. Let's drink it right away. In Japan, surely you couldn't find something like Leopold's black tea anywhere but Ginza, right?
Hi. Oh my god. Do you guys do the wave your hand and wave your fingers? Or is that too affectionate?
I see you know a lot about it, Kirie-ne-san. I guess it was worth going to the trouble of buying it. Kirie and Rosa stood up from their seats and made as if to prepare the black tea. But Nancy forestalled them. I thank you both.
Right, if I feel like I'm being silly, I do the fingers.
I thank you both. But we can try that later.
Natsuki's hot. Huff huff.
One of our people will soon be coming to bring some tea, so please relax.
Leave it for later, you two. Let's enjoy our welcome drink.
Rudolph gave a subtle signal with his eyes for them to sit down again. Kirie and Rosa understood instantly and obediently returned to their seats. Their initial greeting of the guests was complete, so it was time for them to be served some tea. It was embarrassing for the host that the tea was late, especially now that the guests were talking about making tea themselves. Natsuhi bit her lower lip, frustrated by the ineptitude of the servants who were late bringing the tea. Seeing her face, Ava immediately started to giggle. Of course, Shannon had no way of knowing what was taking place in the parlor. She came pushing a serving cart piled with teacups. For no apparent reason, Natsu gave her a panicked look, and Shannon couldn't help but flinch without knowing what she had done wrong.
I do like Chlorica from Refactory 4, but see, I don't have a type. I think my type can't be figured out. It just happens to be similar. Ho 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 ho. Why do you want to know about my type so bad? It's none of your business. Huh?
Excuse me, your tea is ready.
Oh, Shannon-chan, it's been a while. You keep getting prettier every time I see you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my good lord. Well, she is huge.
Oh, thanks. Let's save the chatting for after you set the table.
Natsuhi, I love you. Ditch Cross and get with me, fuck. Shit, you're worth the world.
The tea will get cold. I apologize, madam. She apologized like a small frightened animal, bumped against the serving cart, and made a jarring racket as she dropped several teaspoons. Her clumsiness made Nancy's expression turn even darker, which made Shannon quail even more. Come on, Natsuhine-san. There's nothing wrong with her exchanging a few words in greeting. The tea must be plenty cold already, considering how long we've been kept waiting. There's no need to worry. It's not cold yet. Shannon, finish setting the table. Quickly. I'm sorry, madam. Natsu's irritation was obvious by now. The ineptitude that delayed the tea, the clumsiness of the servant. Everything pointed to the incompetence of Natsu's everyday leadership, making her lose face. As the person in charge of the Ushiromiya family kitchen, allowing that clumsiness to be exposed today of all days was surely nothing less than total humiliation. Lay off Natsu-ne-san. You think it's a little harsh to bully Shannon-chan when she's trying her best? I'm not bullying anyone! What a nice aroma. May I ask what brand this is? I'm terribly sorry. I'll find out for you later. Kirie was trying to be nice, hoping to cut through the tense mood. However, Shannon had embarrassed herself instead, darkening Natsu's face in the room's mood. By this point, Eva was audibly giggling. What's this? Shannon-chan, don't you even know what you're pouring us? Come now, you mustn't serve something so suspicious to guess. We'll need a silver spoon at the very least before we can drink this. I'm sorry. I'll go get one immediately. Shannon-chan, do you know what silver spoons are used for? They have to be silver. Do you know why? No, A teasing smile rose to Ava's face as she stared at Shannon shutting the table. By itself, Ava's expression was sweet in an ambush sort of way. However, the words being spun from her lips held the keenness of a razor within them. Ava's a dick, yes. Shannon tried with all her might to avoid Ava's continuing gaze. Realizing that Shannon had hard-pressed for an answer, Rosa gave some timely help. They say that if silver's touched by poison, it darkens. Guess you've learned something today, Shannon-chan. They were acting as though this tea needed to be tested for poison before it could be drunk. In Natsu's eyes, this was an insult to both her tea and to herself for serving it.
You like Ava? Oh, sorry, it can't be her. Shit. Rudolph laughed flippantly and patted Ava's shoulder.
Silver cuddly wouldn't do any good for you, Aniki. Just one lick of your poisonous tongue, and even a silver plate would turn pitch black.
I get to hear that poison tongue every day. I must be a poison-proof myself by now.
Ava, I don't mind even use it on me, but you better hold back when talking to people who haven't built up a resistance.
My, how cruel. All I did was teach Shannon-chan a bit about tea, didn't I? Everyone followed the lead set by Hideyoshi's horse laugh and chuckled. Though not easily. Only Natsu didn't join in. But for the time being, the conversation inside the parlor could not be mistaken for a lively and friendly chat.
This is such a nice, helpful family. What do you mean?
As Shannon finally finished setting the tea table and tried to leave, Kirie apologized to her in a low voice for not being able to help. Shannon gave a light bow and made a hasty retreat. Shannon cast her eyes downwards as she pushed the cart down the corridor. Anyone seeing that pitiful way she looked might easily conclude that she'd been bullied in some way.
Essentially, yeah.
Don't be sad. You didn't do anything wrong, Nei-san. You were watching. Well, that is my role. Madam and Ava-san can go to hell. But the worst coward is that guy. Kanon glared hatefully in the opposite direction of the parlor. The preparations by the tea had been delayed by some trifling problems in the kitchen. Those problems were not Shannon's fault. In fact, it had been Goda's mistake.
Look, see?
After all, There was no way a show-off like Goda would give up a flashy job like bringing in tea when the guests arrived. He'd end up wasting time preparing the tea once again. So, when he realized he wouldn't be able to score any points at the job, he pushed the task of setting the table on to Shannon, who happened to be passing by.
See, the self-serving son of a bitch! He doesn't have the clout or the skill needed to do the job, but then when it's like, at this point, it's gonna be really bad, whoever does it, he's like, oh, you should take a handle of it. Goda sucks, bro. Sucks.
You might call it a clever move on his part, but there could be no doubt that it was a cowardly one. It's okay, Kanon-kun. Thanks. I'm not bothered by it at all. Kanon's silence vividly expressed the distance between Shannon's words and how she actually felt.
Oh my god, Makurun's and they can't say that they like me, oh my gosh.
Thank you. Even if you're the only one who understands, I feel a bit better. You keep your feelings too bottled up, Nason. You should be less hard on yourself for once. Yeah. Thanks.
I like the Makuruns, what are you talking about?
Suddenly, they both felt someone's presence and rolled around.
You're literally the only other reason why I stream.
A middle-aged man stood there.
Oh, the appeal of sexy old men.
It was Genji, the head servant. What are you doing there?
What are you doing there? Shannon, hurry back into the kitchen.
Yes. If you'll excuse me. Shannon humbly obeyed and promptly made to push the cart and leave. However, Kanon appealed to Genji in silence, bearing something in his eyes he could not express in words.
What is it? Did something happen?
Shannon didn't do anything wrong. But even so, they... Stop it, Kanon-kun. Please excuse me. I'll return to work immediately. Kanon-kun, you should go back to your post too. Please.
If you say so, Nason. That is all, then go.
I like you guys very much. Is that bait for you?
Yes. If you'll excuse me. From the shadows in the hallway, an old woman wearing an apron watched over them. It was Kumasawa. Poor Shannon-san and Kanon-san. There's no reason for those two to be picked on. Still, Goda-san's dislike for them is an undeniable fact. Until Goda-san was taken in by the Ushidamiya had family, here he worked for a fabulous hotel somewhere. The manner of work he learned there was quite impressive, I believe. It's just that Goda-san is the newest servant here. He must have had a lot of pride accumulated from his previous positions. Because Shannon-san and Kanon-kun were seniors at the mansion, and yet are inexperienced and have gone through much less in life than he has, he picks on them at every chance he gets.
Ass kisser! Oh, my boys hate magical Chef Goda.
And also, sad as it may be, they are disliked by Madame Natsuhi too. Of course, if we're talking about experience, the Madame has been in this family much longer. And yet, this is one point where I cannot help but sympathize with the Madame as well. Truly, the Master is a man with many sins on his conscience.
Oh, many.
Why didn't he realize that such a trifling move of his would give the Madame such an inferiority complex? Of course, on the inside, even the Madame is fully aware that those two don't deserve to be treated so harshly. However, the heart has reasons that reasons don't not. I feel so sorry for them.
Kumasawa can get with me, too.
I can't do anything but watch over them from the shadows.
No cloud. No Clussy. Hey. Okay. Go in like another hour, maybe. That sounds good. We'll keep it chill. This is mainly for UMINEKO Day, because I'm actually very tired. My main issue is I want to get the Makichi bite thing done. Maybe stream tomorrow, maybe not. That one might be more like, I'm not sure. I'll see. The what? The what? What do you want from me? Whatever, nerds. What? Don't worry about it. I want you to be happy. You be happy first, and that will help make me happy. The four of us cousins were enjoying our stories, just shooting the breeze. Anyway, there were both girls and guys here. Plus, we had people over a wide spread of ages. Adult, high school, and elementary school. Even if we just talked about our own lives, the other three kept listening attentively. I think I'm finally getting used to all this. Jessica and Maria have grown more than I could have imagined in the past few years. To be honest, I was feeling a bit uncomfortable. But talking like this, I guess on the inside, nothing's really changed since back then. I agree. You haven't changed a bit even after 6 years. Even though your body's getting gigantic, you're still a kid inside. I'm a kid too. You're 9, yes, you are a kid. Well, even if you aren't going to be a kid forever, are you, Maria? I mean, you're going to transform from a kid into a cute young lady, aren't you? And when that happens, that fun support trust will reach Jessica's level, huh? Battler's being a battler. And that happens, you gotta let me touch him, okay? It's a promise! Let you touch him. Promise. No, Maria-chan, you can't make that kind of promise. That's bad. Bad. If I had a nickel for every time I've seen reaction to this. I promise our intention. I keep my promises. Please keep them. Maria, you really are an earnest good girl. The guy you're gonna marry is gonna be really lucky. Hey, stop changing the subject by making it sound pretty. Maria, that promise never happened. Never. This average battler reaction. The promise is cancelled? As I thought Battler couldn't in our little quartet. This group of cousins just didn't feel complete. The only thing I can offer to you is that he's not serious. But that still doesn't change things. That's the only thing I can offer to you. These 6 years have been kind of lonely. That's true. We didn't really goof off like this. Still, we did have some pretty constructive conversations, right? Stuff about preparing for our future. Exam taking, finding jobs. That's the only thing I can say. There's nothing else. There's no defense. No, I'm so sorry. And now that I'm here, we just talk about stupid stuff and mess around. But I'm having more fun this year. That's true. I agree this year's the most fun yet. Maria's sincere words probably spoke for everyone present. Georgianiki stroked Maria's head and she giggled like a happy little kitten. Oh. Are we here already? Pardon me. It must be Genji. But if you play 7th extensions, expect problematic in this, I will say. But it does make it better. Okay. Pardon me. Your meal is ready. Oh no, it's Shano, my bad. Pardon me, your meal is ready. A timid knocking sound and the equally timid voice of a young woman came through the door. Jessica answered brightly. Shannon, come in. You remember Battler, right? Jessica stood up from the bed and opened the door. There stood a southern girl who must have been about our age. Shannon's like 16. It's been quite some time since we last met, Battler-sama. It's nice to meet you after 6 years. It's me, Shannon. Trembling a little as she noticed me, she bowed deeply. Jessica had me surprised, but look at you, Shannon-chan. You've turned into a total beauty too, haven't you? Is that the only thing you remember? You're too kind. Still, the food on this island must be really nutritional, huh? Battler's pulling a battler. What are you eating and how are you training kid boobs that big? Guess I'll have to feel in the bed and see whether yours or Jessica's are bigger, okay? With both hands poised and saliva dribbling from my mouth, it closed in. For the sake of justice and my personal honor, I like to point out that I don't suffer from some strange disease that makes my lymph nodes itch until I scratch Higurashi. I'd like to point out that I don't suffer from some strange disease that makes my lymph nodes itch until I scratch out my neck open, which can only be prevented by fondling breasts. This is just a battler-style method of communication. If I slowly close in on her like this, odds are 8 out of 9 to 10 that I get slapped or clobbered, right? So I can use this battler-style original technique to spark a gag like that and break the ice. Well, it also means that I really do get to touch them on that 1 in 10 chance, though, right? This guy. Like that ever happened? Oh my god, wait, what does it look like in the new? What is this? Jesus! At that point, my hands were less than a centimeter away from Chan-chan's boots, but the kind of trick had yet to come. She flushed and lowered her head in embarrassment and she realized what was going on. But she just stood there with both hands politely joined in front of her, not even trying to resist or cover her breasts. Hey, I wasn't planning on this. Please, Sydney, now. I'm seriously gonna... Battler?
Oh yeah, he doesn't act like this much. It's only like for like the comedic relief per se.
Battler's more of a different type of character. Which is why I was glad that Jessica chose that time to drive her elbow into the back of my head. Or were you looking at, Flay? What do you mean? What do you mean, where am I looking at? It's just a screen. Do you think I'm that horny? She's baby. Thank you so much, Jessica! Why the hell are you thanking me? If you want to be stopped, don't do it in the first place, Battler. You're so stupid. Huh? Seriously. My bad, Shan-chan. I almost got overwhelmed by your hypnotic chest. More importantly, anyway, what do you think? He's self-aware. You gotta fight back when people do that. But you are an important guest, Battler-sama. Now look here. Hey, a pervert's a pervert whether he's a guest or not. Okay, self-awareness. A girl's chest got an air defense identification range of about 10 centimeters or so. When someone trespasses within 2 centimeters, that's already an invasion of airspace. So you better scramble the jets immediately and give him an instant slap. I couldn't do such a thing. Because we are, furniture. Well, of course she didn't want her breast touched, but if a guest so desired, she was prepared to sacrifice herself to suit their wants. A girl like this needs some urgent protection. His brain? Like when he does shit like this? I think he's mainly like teasing. That doesn't make it right though, but like if we're thinking about his brain. And then, for this case, it's kind of like, you have good self-esteem? Oh my god, you don't. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Keep him, good lord. So it's like that, but that's all I can do for that. Notice I'm not excusing anything else. To think such devoted girls still exist in this era, it's enough to make a man dizzy. But, no! No! I'm coming at you with a perverted face again! And let me down! Look out, pervert on the loose! This guy can't end until you deliver the punchline, so slap me! Please! I cannot fully request. But this is like, if you played Our World Is Ended, and that's another VN that also has perverted type jokes. They drop it like after like a central prologue. I think that's pretty much it. There's that if you're interested in reading UMINEKO. Because I'm furniture. But if it were not, oh my.
For an order, I'd obey you. Because that is my duty.
Then I'll make it an order. The next time that Lacroon tries to touch your breast, counterattack with a slap. Okay, George. Got it?
Yes. As you wish. From now on, that'll do.
That's better. Let's see. They drop some of it. They drop some of it. Unless you're talking about the black-haired guy. He never drops it. They drop some of it. But that's surprising. Someone else that's played Our World Has Ended. That makes me so happy. Too bad I haven't played the sequel or Advanced Edition because they have more plot. Oh, sad. Redhead. She's my favorite. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my god. She's so girl failure. Oh my god, she's a complete mess and I need her. I need her. Huff, 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 huff. You will be like, I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I'm terrible, I can't do anything right. That's your perspective. For me, it's, oh my god, so endearing.
As you wish. For now on, that's what'll do. Please understand, Battler-sama.
No, excuse me, I want to win perfect.
You're lost, buddy. The flies are tasty as long as they aren't super toxic to the point it's like you're hurting both people. You're lost. Shannon announced this while bowing elegantly to me. You need to be sprayed, Flay. Don't kid me at that. You're all sus. You're more sus than me. Her expression is radiant. I give her a thumbs up to show her while I was fine with that. 6 years ago, you might have been mistaken for a servant's daughter who lent a hand at your parents' work. But now you're a full-fledged adult servant. How long have you been working here?
Well, I've had the pleasure of serving this house for about 10 years.
She's Shannon. The kanji for her name are read as Shannon. Needs to be spayed. No, I want to get intense hugging at my own pace. Thank you very much. Let's see, hold on. I'm pure. More than at least 45% of you have read like a fanfic that's R18 with me in it. Shut up. Okay, hold on. Your appearance has changed so much that I couldn't match her to the person of my memories. But we both knew each other 6 years ago. That shy part of her had always been there. But she did seem to have developed the allure you'd expect of a girl her age. Especially in her breasts, yes. Well, shut up, Valor. Why the hell would I do that? Are you saying that you're not appreciating good writing? Oh, you're sick. You're sick. Oh, sorry. Is it just not good enough for you? Whatever. Sorry, I can't be peak fiction. Sorry, whatever. He's not exactly my little brother, still.
He loves you like a big sister. He didn't cause you any trouble, did he? He's the same as always. If only you were just a bit more sociable.
Why are you guys so easy to tease today? It's so funny. I like playing with my food.
I apologize if he's caused you any trouble.
Nah, he didn't cause any trouble at all. This fellow man, I understand the mood you can get at that age. It's no surprise he's unsociable.
I get called that all the time too.
But your mom?
I get called unsociable.
Just like Kanon, that's not good, sweetheart. Protect her.
You aren't unsociable at all, Maria-sama.
Like him.
You said the meal was ready, right?
Yes. I'm sorry. Your meal has been fully prepared, so please allow me to guide you all to the mansion.
Shannon bowed again formally and returned to her duty mode. We realized that if we made her stick around for any more light conversation, it would actually make her harder to do her job. We cut up off our butts to avoid interfering with her work any further. It's so, shall we go to the mansion? Everyone's probably hungry, right?
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Goda-san's food. That guy was apparently a chef at this famous hotel, so he's super good at cooking.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's go, Maria. We're gonna stuff ourselves like pigs. How much longer today? Are you enjoying? This is all still very prologue-y. Enjoy. I can only play as far as chapter 1 anyway, but we'll see. If I pick it up, I will. There's obvious reasons why I'm like, that might be difficult. Even chapter 1. But we'll see.
Stuff ourselves like pigs.
I know. You can't take everything Battlerkin says seriously, okay? Because he's always just joking around. Okay, let's go. Under Shannon-chan's guidance, we headed towards the mansion. You don't need to thank me. I'm a little guy. Thank you for being understanding and being mature and playing around with me and banter. I hope you don't actually get fully hurt. I'm just teasing you. But I'll dial down a bit if it's ever too much. I'm still gonna tease a bit though. I need to play with my food. Once again by the magnificent rose garden, we continued onward as the intimidating mansion of the Ushinomiya family came into view. It had apparently been built shortly after the war, so you could feel the dignity of almost a half-century hanging about it. The building was gorgeous on the surface, but old as it was, equipment such as its AC and heating were apparently quite frail. According to Jessica, midwinter was especially tough with all the drafts. Haven't these people ever heard of Katatsu? Hey, is it stopping here? It's actually a good place to stop. I love this song! As we entered the entrance hall, an aged servant greeted us. Now I remembered. Genji-san, who had been working here longer than anyone, filled the role of head servant.
Battler-sama. It has been quite some time since we last met.
As our eyes met, he greeted me with a calm, composed voice. Was that calm and composed? His bow wasn't as graceful or refined as Goda's, but despite its simplicity, it communicated his feelings right well. Kenji-san! Dude, it really has been a while. You look well.
Thank you. I have been quite well. And Battler-sama, you have become a splendid young man. You are beginning to resemble the master in his youth.
I look like grandfather?
That's the only thing you want to keep.
Guess that means grandfather was pretty popular with the ladies when he was young. No.
From here on, I shall take Shannon's place and accompany you. Please, come this way.
How do you do that? I have like 50 people in here. I have like 50 brothers and we're all taking turns possessing my body. Shannon-chan bowed deeply and watched us leave. After that, I headed towards the dining room under Genji-san's guidance. There's no yaoi happening. Not with these guys anyways. Maybe Genji and Kinzo or Nanjiro and Kinzo. Maybe. Battler's too young. Genji-san, just like Kumasawa-san, stood in stark contrast as young people had grown beyond recognition over the last 6 years. His appearance was exactly the same as in my memories from 6 years ago. Who wants to watch Boomer Yaoi? Dude, that's the peak. That's the peak. As though time had stopped since the last time we met. Genji-san was extremely quiet and a diligent person. He was basically grandfather's close aide or caregiver. And you might even call him grandfather's companion of many years. In fact, it seems that he was by grandfather's side even more often than my late grandmother was. According to Jessica, grandfather trusted him more than any of his blood relatives. I mean, what type of yaoi do you like? Do you like the... You idiot. The baka? Or you like the... Do you like the bara yaoi? Do you like the old man yaoi? Do you like the really, I guess, more feminine built yaoi? You know the jurisdictions, or I forgot. Let's see. Then there's another yaoi. Heavy angst old man yaoi. Interesting. Any examples? Any examples? Depends. Wholesome non-Nazi-furic BL. I wish I were like you. Why am I playing Edo Gaze? Never mind. Hold on. You like confirmed? What is Yuri in Iceland? Shonen AI? I forgot the term for it. Shonen AI. I can't think of wholesome BL in this, actually, without thinking. I'll get back to this in a bit. But I wonder how long he served. Sasaki and Miyano described their hair colors. I never got the details, but I heard something about him being here since the very beginning. This mansion was first constructed, which would mean that he's dedicated to half of his life serving here. It's easy to see why he's so trusted. As he passed through the handsome hall that extended up into the second story of the mansion, no separating full. Sekaiichi Hatsukoi, Junjo Romantica, what's that other one? I think it's BL, but it's like... I don't think it's Showa era Japan. I can't remember.
I need to know more.
I thought it's something that hadn't existed in my memory of 6 years ago. Right. Oh, I need me a baddie to ruin my life. It was an awfully big portrait hanging right in front of the stairs that rose to the second floor. Without thinking, I stopped walking, captivated by it. Since I stopped so fast, Maria, who was falling behind me, ran into my back. Sorry. Hey, Jessica.
This is more like Battler's speed of personality.
Has that picture always been there? I pointed at the big, prominently displayed portrait in the hall. Everyone else stopped too.
Oh, right. When you last came here, that hadn't been hung yet, right? When was it again?
I like how the chat is just screaming Beatrice, Beatrice.
Well, if my memory doesn't fail me, it was put on display sometime around the year before last.
You are correct, sir. In April of the year before the last, the master put on display there, having previously ordered a painter created.
Grandfather did that? So, he paid to have it painted just for him, huh?
Oh my god, me with Farina Kenshin Impact.
The portrait suited this Western mansion. And that woman in the elegant dress gave off a sense of refinement. I couldn't have guessed her age, but her sharp eyes and the strong will she seemed to possess made her look youthful. She seemed somehow different from the composed, middle-aged woman you often see in famous pictures. If she hadn't had normal black hair, I might have assumed that it was a portrait of my long-deceased grandmother in her prime. However, she had beautiful blonde hair, and didn't look Japanese at all.
She's what?
So, just, who is this lady? Maria answered that simple question enthusiastically, as though proud she knew the answer.
I know. She's Beatrice.
Beatrice. What? Beatrice. She's a witch. Didn't you ever hear stories about her long ago? A witch? You mean the witch of this island? I think I already said this, but Rokunjima is a small island, only 10 kilometers in circumference. However, that's actually pretty massive, considering that only the Ushiromiya family lives there. So, only the harbor and the area around the mansion are set up to be lived in. Beyond that, the island remained as untouched as it once was inhabited.
Beet rice? What kind of name is Squish? Huh? There's Beatrice, but it's the Italian one, so it's like Beatrice or Beatrice. 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 And then, like, Beatrice from ReZero, I think that one's Beatrice. And this one is Beatrice. Beatrice. There you go. Chichi. You didn't say their name right. Alright, Solice.
The vast and empty forest had absolutely no lights, phones, or people passing through.
Well, cute Q icon. Hello.
To understand how dangerous that is, you need to forget your common sense as a city dweller. After all, if you happen to fall down a hole in the depths of the forest and sprain your ankle, no one would come to save you, no matter how much you cried or screamed. Then, once the sun went down, the forest would be wrapped in complete darkness, since there were no streetlights.
This would have happened to us if we got lost in that trail at night.
And since there were no signs, it'd be easy to get lost and confused, losing your sense of direction inside the dark forest. Nowadays, most people see a forest as a peaceful place. But to the people of bygone eras, before the light of civilization drove out the night, forests were as geographically separated from the civilization as the sea. There were oceans above the ground. Fishermen who go out into the ocean are putting their lives at risk, despite their technical knowledge. In the same way, hunters who go out to the forest in danger, despite having specialized knowledge of their own. If children were to go and play in such a dangerous forest,
Only Battler thinks of shit like this.
something terrible might happen. Someone's parents must have thought so. Maybe grandmother first said it. Or maybe it was grandfather himself. Or perhaps the story's been passed down on this island since ancient times. There's a terrible witch in the forest, so you must not go in. At some point, this ghost story of Rokenjima was born. This is the legend of Rokenjima's witch. That's why, when we talk about a witch on this island, referring to the master of that vast and savage forest. Come to think of it, when I stayed at this mansion as a little kid, during those eerie nights when the wind and the rain pounded on the windows, I remember being terrified by the story of the forest witch, who roamed around searching for human sacrifices.
You're scared?
Yeah? So, Beatrice, when Hanaki mentioned it, I searched my memory and was sure I recalled hearing a name like that when I was little. I see. Still, I totally forgot that witch in that legend had an elegant name like Beatrice. So, did grandfather go out of his way to have a portrait made? Just because we grandchildren didn't believe the story.
She's a witch from grandfather's delusions. Ever since we had this picture hanged, he's been having a harder and harder time telling the difference between truth and fantasy. To us, she's just a witch that exists in grandfather's mind. But to him, she's a being that exists on this island.
Are witches real?
Exists. He says that he had that painting made because the rest of us would be incapable of understanding otherwise. The whole thing's creepy as hell.
I'm right here. How do you survive without me? It's nice though to be like that much, thank you. We're almost done today. And then tomorrow may stream, may not. Saturday, I think it's UMINEKO. Sunday will be probably chill. Then probably get to normal next week, and then I'll take off days if I need to get stuff done.
I know. Even if you didn't tell me, I'd never do something like that.
Jessica glanced at the portrait with an irritated gaze before turning away. Let's go.
We're making everyone wait in the dining room.
I'm hungry.
Only a small portion of this island was controlled by the Ushiromiya family. All the lawless remainder was the mane of the witch, Beatrice. You might even call her the true ruler of Rokenjima. I felt a faint revival at the unsettling sense of misfortune. Which I felt when I learned the tutelary god's shrine being struck by lightning. And I remember that Kumasawa-san tried to tell me an ominous story about Rokenjima before Jessica stopped her. I don't know what she was planning to tell us about this island, but I do know one thing. It isn't the Ushiromiya family that rules Rokenjima. It's the witch, Beatrice. That's right. After all, this is the witch's island.
Battler! You're slow!
When I looked around, everyone was already heading towards the dining room. I hurriedly chased after them. Nice. They walked up to the huge double doors that led to the dining room. Genji-san knocked. Alex, welcome to Maki Inf- Oh my god! Is that Erika Furude from Family Guy? About the children. Please pardon the intrusion. The doors were open, and we were invited inside. This is a decent place to stop, so I have time to rest. Then if I continue this, I will. Hopefully you want to see what this game is about. Hopefully. I keep short today so I can rest. Hold on. Then maybe I'll pick this back up. We'll see. There's only like one possible thing that I'm like, that might be a problem. But for anyone curious, again, I can only play up to the end of chapter 1, so if I do play it, I would like it. UMINEKO is a really great VN. The one thing they always associate it is without love, it cannot be seen. So, be careful. Enjoy. Very, very, very good. This can't even compare to everything else in the game. I really recommend it. I would play it, but I've recently like touched this on my own, so it's like, And also, timing, right? So, if I can play the rest of it to the end of chapter 1, I will. If not, we'll see. Maybe I can shove it in there like once a week, whenever I can. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you for watching, everybody. Also, Chai, welcome to Maki Inpai. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Also, know you're valid, too. If you don't like something, you don't like something. Right? You get it. You get it. Yeah, episode 1 is really slow, but once it gets going, it hits, and then episode 2, 3, 4, and the others just sort of follow suit. And I like to call it smooth sailing from there, in a way. Also, the Lanar, says TCLE, welcome to Maki Invite 10 month. I just got in a stream and did it. Without love, it cannot be seen. Thanks for sharing UMINEKO with us, Play. Of course. Thank you, everybody, for coming to UMINEKO Day. Thank you. Thank you for being mature. Thank you for talking with me. It was cool vibing. I'm obsessed with When They Cry now. Thanks for being a totes cool inspiration. You remind me of Akasaka. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll remember that. You write that. Let me copy and paste that. Thanks, nerd. Thank you, Cyber. Thank you, Carrot Cam. Thank you, Chris, for the super chats. No problem. Furtree, Rika Higurashi, thank you for the get the membership. Nope, thank you. I wish I could play longer, but I'm gonna be chill. We did just get back, but I was like, no, I have to play for UMINEKO Day. Higurashi's also on Steam if you want. UMINEKO's on Steam. There's also Kikonia. Kikonia isn't finished yet, though, but UMINEKO and Higurashi are both essentially done. So please enjoy. If I can get back to it, I will. I won't force myself either. We'll see. I had fun today. Thank you. Thank you for talking with me. Then, what's it? You can go off now. I'm forgetting one word. Oh. Then I'll try to coordinate whenever Altair is going to talk. I think it's this Monday. Maybe. I am naked. Whatever. There we go. But then I can do like a little Zatsu and we can talk about it. As long as I don't overlap, right? Yeah, as long as I don't overlap with what he's already done. You never told us his type. I want to check with him first before I tell him. Before I say that, though. That's all. I'm very cautious like that. Hey. Oh my god, why are you... Huh. How small are you? I'll double check. You don't know my type. Actually, it's pretty easy to know. There's only one weakness I have. But to be that, you have to be, like, extremely patient. Girl fails, they're cute. I think someone like... someone from Aerith from Final Fantasy VII would be very scary for me. Because she'd psychoanalyze me immediately. She'd know how I work. And then she's just aggressive. She's confident in herself. She doesn't really get the wrong idea. If I have boundaries, she doesn't really get mad or go, "Grr, why don't you not like me back? I hate you." There's like no like fuckboyish thing. So it's just like, that's scary. That's the only one I think I would have an obvious weakness. Scary. But no one is always trying to do that for me, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. She's an angel in theory, but she's just very normal. I feel like it was like just because after everything that she gets associated with. But I get what you mean. And what you're saying. She's very silly. She's very normal at the same time. Very aggressive. She knows what she wants and she tries to get it. That's scary. That's very scary. Okay. Back to the source. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Any last questions before we go? I'm gonna have the UMINEKO music in the back. It's cute. This is my one chance to have it. Thank you for watching. I wanted to go longer, but I'll just... If I'm gonna look out for myself, I'm gonna look out for myself. So that's pretty much whatever. I'm vibing. I'm vibing. And we'll be playing horror games. I have some picked up. Very normal. I'm so normal. Do you like seagulls? They're cute. A bit. Oh, that's where everyone is. They're playing Valorant? Ah, makes sense. Huh. If I practice more at those, I want to go to those. I think I even want to stream it, but it's kind of like, when I learn games, I want to learn at my own, so I don't need, like, breathing down my neck. No, you gotta do this, you gotta... If you get super sweaty in a game, unless it's, like, for a competition thing, I'm like, okay, chill. I can't have fun. Competition, I get it. For fun, that's not fun for me. But we'll see. I like Counter-Strike. That's always fun. I gotta play 2. I heard it's different with how they fire. I like seagulls. Mike! No problem. Who is Shinri, I think? Oh my gosh. Who else is there? Thank you for today. No problem. Thank you for watching. I know VNs aren't everyone's thing, so thank you. Thank you. What kind of seagull is that? You know, fuck you. Okay. Oh my goodness. I recognize some of these people, I think. Kind of shook with Altair one day. Oh, we can do that anytime. I can do that anytime, actually. It's just a matter of me putting it on the schedule and doing it. But usually I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. I've always been doing that since the beginning. Oh, Grace, thank you. Welcome to Maki Invite 5th month. But if that's the case, if it's ever a pain, my one thing will be, okay, you know what? Here's your little phoning in. Then I'll give what people want from me when they usually meet for me. And then when they meet me, you'll get that, but then I'll just go play games that I really like off stream. And it's like, yeah. But I only do that if I didn't like the community I have. So, thank you. Thank you. When I play games I like, that's like giving you pieces of me. And if I can't give you a piece of me, then I just won't give it. So I won't take it for granted, nor will I take everyone's support for granted, so take it easy. Alright. I'll send you off now to the Valorant collab. Play bye-bye. Maybe stream tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see. Schedule will be posted, like, this week once it's done. We'll see. Alright. Bye. Remember to do what's best for you and figure it out. And by that, it's like less positive. It's more just kind of, you do what you can, so hang in there. Bye.